pig farm or piggery is a good decision you made or you're about to make. No doubt, pig farming is a profitable and low-cost enterprise. However, intending pig farming is like you would need to have basic knowledge about pig farming business. You should know things like system of keeping pigs, housing of pigs, breeding of pigs, and pig nutrition.
Did you know that pork or pig meat is the widely consumed meat in the world? 36% of the meat consumed in the world is pig meat, followed by poultry with 33%. Sitting comfortably at the third position is beef with 24%. Surprise, right? Pigs are sensitive animals that needs a higher level of care and management as compared to other livestock such as sheep, goats, and cattle. However, when raised properly, pigs can give the farmer a better return on investment because of their breeding rate and feed-to-meat conversion ratio that is far better than other livestock. Because of the very high growth rate, pigs are ready for market much earlier than most livestock. But before you start a pig farming project, you have to decide how many pigs you want to farm, where you are going to keep them, and your target market. The number of pigs you keep will depend on the amount of land and capital you have, and also the size of your target market. And also in starting business, you should also always carry out a market research, cost benefits analysis, and write a business plan before you venture into any business. There are two ways pig can be raised or kept, similar to poultry, cattle, and other livestock animals. Pig can be raised under extensive or free-range system and intensive system. Extensive or free-range system is a system in which the pigs are allowed to move around without limit or unconfined. The animals find and scavenge for food themselves, while the farmers supplement this with agricultural byproducts or kitchen waste. In the evening, the pigs return to the enclosure made for them as shelter. This enclosure is widely a small place made of sticks and simple roof. In this type of management system of pig, local pig breeds are usually kept and bred because they have high resistance to disease and can manage with low quality of feed. One of the advantages of this extensive system is that little or no money is spent in providing food or veterinary services for the pigs. The next one is the intensive system. The intensive system is the best and recommended system of keeping pigs if the production goal is to generate income. Under this system, pigs are kept indoors or pen and not allowed to move outside. The pen are constructed in such a way that the pig can eat and drink in their pen. If you want to start a pig farm, then you must choose this system to get the best from animals.
Also take notes of the following tips when setting up your pig farm structures and system. First, biosecurity. Effective disease control measures should to be put in place to minimize the spread of diseases from outside into the piggery unit. For that reason, it's a good idea to set up foot baths for the employees as they enter the piggery units or sections. Some farmers go as far as imposing strict control of cell phones, which are often neglected by most workers as they move with people anywhere. Number 2, adequate nutrition. In a pig farming, nutrition is very vital. Pigs can consume everything that humans eat. They are omnivores. That is, they can feed on food from both vegetable and animals' origin. For pigs to perform better, they need to be fed balanced diet and adequate quantities. Pigs can eat chicken waste, edible vegetable, farms byproducts such as cassava filling, yam fillings, maize cobs, etc. Nevertheless, they perform much better on concentrates. Feeding the pigs with good quality nutrition food is the most important part of commercial pig production. Good pig feeds keep the pig healthy and also help them grow faster and gain weight faster. You can feed your pigs almost everything, but some pigs are more nutritious than others. You can either feed them ready-made commercial feed or make your own pig feed. Number 3, cooling facilities. Pigs do not have sweat glands, hence they rely heavily on support from the farmer, especially in summer months. Use water sprinklers and fans to regulate the pig body temperature. Where fans cannot be provided or where fans are very limited. Then, set up pig pens or pig houses with lots of ventilation. Extreme high temperature may result in pigs succumbing to stress and eventually death. Number 4. Manure disposal mechanism. A swine farmer should always have an ideal disposal system for pig manure or for their pig farm, as frequent contact with manure by promulgate disease causing microorganisms. Did you know that pig manure is best animal manure you can get for most horticulture projects? Pig's manure has all the 13 nutrients and minerals that most plants require for excellent growth. So for that reason, consider venturing into horticulture as well and grow tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, cabbages, and even potatoes. Then use your pig manure there. Number 5. Mixing different age group. So as to minimize bullying among sows, boars, and piglets, always group pigs according to their age. Their feeding one may be faced with a serious challenge of bullying. You will also achieve good growth rates and minimize fatal fights when pigs and piglets of the same age are housed together.
So, in pig farming, we need to consider the health and disease of pig. Pig's production depends on the well-being of the animals. Pig farm animals tend to be profitable if all the animals are healthy. Consider consulting a professional vet for diagnosis in case you notice some weird symptoms such as low appetite, diarrhea, eye discharge, excessive coughing, hernia, dry skin, and irregular spots on the surface, excessively long hair, backbone showing, etc. It is advisable never to slaughter pig farm animals that are antibiotic medications for about 21 to 45 days. Consult a vet before considering to sacrifice them for tests. The pig antibiotics take long to dissolve in the blood and they are unhealthy for humans. How to construct a pig house or pen? Before going fully into how to construct a pig house, it is important to list the advantages of keeping pigs indoor or in a house. These include: the animals will be able to conserve energy because they won't scavenge for food. Next, they get maximum protection from rain and sand. Next, high piglet survival and very low mortality rate. Good hygiene and health management are easier. Feeding routines can be more carefully controlled and adjusted for different classes of pigs. Heat control, weaning, and the management practices can be done appropriately and timely. It makes record keeping easier. And last, manure can be collected quickly and easier for biogas production.
In pig farming, we need to consider also the ideal climatic conditions for pigs. The climate, or especially the temperature to which pigs are exposed, is of great importance. Pigs are very sensitive to any changes in ambient temperature. They can neither withstand drought or heavy rainfall. They are not a fan of instant sunlight because it makes their skin dry out. Temperature must be considered when building a house of pigs. The house should be constructed in such a way the temperatures in the day are low and the animals are kept warm in the night or during cold periods. A healthy adult pig should have a body temperatures that ranges between 38 degrees Celsius and 39 degrees Celsius. The normal body temperatures of piglets is between 39 to 40 degrees Celsius. Anything above 40 degrees Celsius is a sign of illness. When the body temperatures of pig is high, they consume less feed or food and this affect growth and reproductive performances. Because pigs generally lack a sweat gland, they can't sweat in order to cool their body. Therefore, a pig farmer should ensure the temperature in the pig house is below 35 degrees Celsius. So, we need to know the requirements for a good pig house. The climate and the number of pigs to be kept determine how pig houses and pens are constructed. Before choosing where the pig houses will be constructed and what materials to use. Other important conditions that the proposed pen for a pig must meet include: first, the pen must not be free or drought. Next, rain and sunlight should not have access into the pen. Next, the ambient temperature shouldn't vary much. Next, the pen must be easy to clean. The floor of the pen must be non-slippery and sloping. It should allow easy management of pigs. There should be provisions for collecting and storing litter, manure, and wastewater for the future use.
After constructing the pig house and putting all necessary infrastructure in place, the next thing to do is deciding on the breeds and number of pigs to keep in the house. This is a very important stage because the decision you make will determine the profit level of your pig farming venture. There are thousands and thousands of swine breed around the world. It is recommended to start with a local kind first in case you are a beginner in the sector. This is because local pig breeds are well adapted to the nature climate and they are readily available in the market. Some of the popular swine breeds in the market today are Landrace, Duroc, Poland China, Yorkshire, Hampshire, Berkshire, Spotted, and Chester White.
Breeding systems. Hog operation differ in their goals and markets. This helps to determine what type of breeding system the producer utilizes. In general, there are different types of breeding systems: pure breed, crossbreed, outbreed, and inbreed. Pure breeding system. The major objective of pure pig breeding is to identify and propagate superior genes for use in commercial production, primarily in crossbreeding programs, as well as to propagate and identify superior females for maintaining valuable genetic materials. Furthermore, crossbreeding will not be worthwhile unless superior pure breeds individuals are used. Outbreeding. Mating individuals of the same breed but who are less closely related than the average of the breed. There should not be common ancestor for at least 4 generations back, and the pedigree of the 4 and females will which he is mated. It is useful mating system in pure breed individuals. Inbreeding. Mating between individuals of the same breed but which are more closely related than the average breed. This could be between a close individual as foal sib or sire-daughter, mother-son. Pure breeding is a special kind of inbreeding. The effect of inbreeding is the concentration of common genes in the offspring. This high frequency of homozygous genes pair applies to both desirable and undesirable traits. Many undesirable traits example is hernia and the cryptorchidism involve recessive genes, thus inbreeding perpetuates their expansion phenotypically. Then, the last is crossbreeding. Mating two individuals from different breeds, thus introducing into the progeny of a gene combination that is different from the existing in either mother or in the breed of either the parents. Crossbreeding can involve 2 or more breeds, depending on the desired result. The sole purpose of crossbreeding is to make advantage of the observed improvement in performance of progeny above that of either parent hybrid vigor or heterosis. Consideration when selecting boars and sow for breeding. The following should be considered before you choose or select your boars or sow. First is the boar and sow should have minimum of 12 normal nipples and teeth respectively, 6 on each side. Second, they should be the healthiest and the biggest in their group. Third, they should possess strong legs and be able to walk well. Fourth, their parents should have excellent performance records such as good size letters, good speed conversion, and excellent mothering ability. Then the last is they should not be inbreed. This means they should be from different sources.
After we know what are the considerations when selecting boars and sow for breeding, and now let me share to you how to manage the boar. A young, healthy boar is matured for mating when he is 9 to 10 months old. Make sure that the first sow the boar will serve is not bigger than the boar. You should also avoid overusing a boar for mating. Overworking a boar is detrimental to his health and productivity. Normally, a healthy boar can serve between 10 to 20 sows. Call your breeding boar after 3 years and replace it with another good boar. Don't allow a boar to service or mate his own daughters, as doing this will result in inbreeding. You should care for the boars by feeding them and allow them to many exercises. Boars should not be too lean or too fat. When a boar is ill, allow him to rest 4 to 8 weeks and let another boar to take over the servicing task until the main boar is fit. Don't keep boars together with sows to disallow and discriminate mating or inaccurate records.
If we know how to manage the boar, of course in pig farming, we need also know how to manage the sow. Sows shouldn't be allowed to grow fat. When this happens, the affected sows will have leg and fertility problems. Allow all sows to get plenty of exercise in order to stay fit. Burn out excess fat and develop their legs well. Normally, young sows or gills are mature to conceive at 6 months of age, but servicing them at this age is not advised. They should be always to attain good weight before they are serviced, so wait until the gills reach 8 to 10 months before they could be serviced. If gills are serviced too early, there will be poor growth, small litters, farrowing or birth problems, and loss of conditions. Few weeks before servicing gills or sow, they should be well fed with protein-rich food or feed, and extra quantities of feed should be provided. This makes them fit and strong for mating and allow the animals to produce more eggs for fertilization. The gestation period of pig is 3 months, 3 weeks, and 3 days. Most pigs farrow after 114 to 115 days. How to know when a sow or the female pig is in heat, or just we called oestrus. The following are the signs of heat in female pigs. First is swelling and redness at the vulva, which is more than evident in girls than female pigs. Second, mucus discharge from the vulva. Third, mounting of other sows or the female pig in pen. Female pig in heat often don't finish their feed. And last, production of a special grunting noise.
In pig farming, we need to consider also the management of piglets. After newborn piglets are born, soak the navel of each piglet in an iodine solution to prevent inflammation or impelitis. The piglets should also be kneaded by putting them into the udder of their mother. They need to suck from the colostrum or first milk, which help in fighting impending disease. So here are the some important operations carried out on piglets. Are teeth trimming, castration, and weaning. In teeth trimming, the crypt teeth of piglets should be trimmed or removed, as they can use these teeth to injure each other or damage the teeth of their mother. A drill hand file or hand plier can be used to remove these crypt teeth. You can as well ignore this operation if the piglets are calm. Litter is not more than 10 piglets. Castration. To prevent the meat of male pigs from tainting by an unpleasant smell, they have to be castrated. Castration also increasing feed conversion to meat or pork. Castration should be done when the two testes have descended into the scrotum. The last one is the weaning. Weaning is the process of separating a piglet from the mother in order to be able to feed and survive without depending on the mother. Piglets should be weaned between 4 to 8 weeks old of age. After they are weaned, they should be placed on a creep feed diet. Creep feed is a very rich in protein and low in fiber. Whenever piglets are to be weaned, the sow or mother should be removed from the piglets and not the piglets from the sow.
Marketing. You need to consider what marketing strategy you would like to pursue before beginning a swine production enterprise. Feeder pig marketing. All of these marketing options are available to feeder pig producers. One of the most popular options is marketing directly to producers who finish pigs. This option has advantages for both parties. First, the buyer and seller know the price and delivery condition is advanced. Second, the direct sale option reduces animal stress and disease risk. Third, The direct to finish your transaction void commission associated with the livestock action. Marketing feeder pig through the livestock action, graded sale, or buying station is another common option. Before using this market, you should know the desirable weight and lot sizes that garner the highest price. Slaughter hog marketing. Buying station and direct sale to a major packer or popular option for marketing slaughter hog. In both cases, producers are quoted a price before the sale is finalized. Small packers and processors are an additional market available to slaughter hog producers. They often pay a good prices, but their plant capacity and the number of customers restrict the number of hogs they buy. An action barn is another option for selling slaughter hogs. Producers often use this market because of its location and convenience. The disadvantage of marketing through an action barn is that producers are at the mercy of the supply and demand for hogs at the local market on that day. Prices may be well below or above the national price on any given day, and the producer must take the highest bid price. Action bar also charges a commission regardless of the final bid price. Specialty markets represent another alternative for slaughter hog producers. A popular form of direct sale enables the consumers to buy directly from the producer. The consumer then contract a small packer for customized meat cutting and packaging.
Here are the terminologies in pig or swine production. The first one is the boar. It is an adult male pig. The second one is the sow. It is an adult female pig that has given birth at least once. The third one is in-sow. It is a pregnant female pig. Barrow, a male pig that has never given birth. Piglet, a very young pig that is between 1 to 30 days old. Winner, a very young pig that has been removed from the mother. Runt, a weak or small pig in a litter. Wallowing, the act of taking a bath in a water-filled container or depression.